Health Week 2021, first grade, lesson 4. Lesson 4, the journey of our food. Upon completion of this lesson, you will be able to understand that food grows on an orchard, garden, or farm. Identify how food goes from farm to your table. There are several stories in your workbook. So if you have a workbook, you can go ahead and read those. If you do not have a workbook, don't worry about it. Here's one from Farah Fruit. Here's one from Jane Grain. This is a story from Dean Protein. And of course, Mary Dairy.
Good Food Marketplace brings together California growers and producers with institutional buyers, food service, and community advocates across the state. By recognizing the true value of food, we will build a better food and farming system together.
My name is Emma Torbert.
I'm Caitlin Oki.
And we're the Cloverleaf Farm. We're a 10-acre organic fruit farm. We grow peaches, apricots, nectarines, figs, blackberries, strawberries, melons. We started the farm in 2011. We wanted to grow local food for our community and grow the tastiest food possible. I like selling to schools because when I was in school lunches, I remember being not tasty, and I've been really impressed by how California schools are doing a really good job of bringing fresh, local, tasty vegetables and fruits to kids, and kids being able to say, wow, this is a peach, this is a blackberry, and know what they're eating. The Cloverleaf Farm, we try to use as little resources as possible and really integrate all parts of the environment and social consciousness into the farm. So we're putting on less water because we think it makes tastier peaches. We're planting hedgerows so we have native pollinators. We are also doing no-till vegetables, and we're doing a whole combination of different practices that I think really makes the Cloverleaf Farm unique.
Here are some fast facts. California produces much of the country's food, including nearly 20% of the nation's milk supply. The dairy industry plays an important role in California's economy. The food system includes all steps from farm to you: producing, processing, storing, transporting, purchasing, and preparing food. People access food from sources such as farms, community, and home gardens, farmers markets, produce stands, grocery stores, restaurants, and school cafeterias. Dairy farmers care for their animals by providing food, water, shelter, and veterinary care. Farmers also care about their local communities by recycling on the farm, reusing waste products, and reducing their environmental footprint. Follow the path your dairy foods take from the farm to your own refrigerator. Notice all the steps taken to make sure your milk and dairy foods are fresh and safe. Let's take a look at the journey of milk.
To a dairy farm. What did you learn how the milk gets to our school?
I learned so much, and it's quite interesting to see what happens on a dairy farm. How the farmers take care of their cows and the land to make sure the cows are healthy, happy, and safe.
Cool.
Let's start with people who work together to raise and take care of our local dairy cows. Dairy farm families who work together to take care of their cows. First, the dairy farmers pay close attention to their cows. This is a free stall barn because the cows are free to stand or lay wherever they want. Cows are creatures of habit and usually return to their favorite better stall. This barn provides shelter for the cows. It even has fans to keep them cool. The cows are very comfortable. They have beds made out of recycled materials, sand, and sometimes they even get water beds. For cows to make wholesome and nutritious milk, they must be kept healthy, happy, and comfortable. This is Josh, and he's a fifth-generation dairy farmer. Josh, tell us about what you do around the farm.
Well, first thing, bright and early every morning, we go through, drop off fresh feed, and this gives us the opportunity to walk through and check each cow on the dairy. We want to make sure they're eating, and we want to make sure they're feeling good. If we run into issues that we can't solve on site with some of these girls, we call a veterinarian, because at the end of the day, what we want is healthy, happy cows.
Because cows produce a lot of milk, they need to eat a lot of food. Approximately 100 pounds every day. Food is offered to the cows throughout the day. A dairy nutritionist helps the dairy farmer mix the right ingredients to feed the cows. The cows eat a mixture of chopped up corn called silage along with hay and soybean meal, plus vitamins and minerals.
Here's the feed we feed the dairy cows.
Just like any living thing, cows produce waste. See that over there? That's called a cow pie, and it's not something that farmers eat for dessert. It's what comes out of the other end of the cow, manure. Believe it or not, farmers recycle their cow's manure and turn it into something valuable for the environment. Manure is used as fertilizer to grow crops on the farm. Added to the soil, the plants use the valuable nutrients found in the manure and produce feed for the cows. When dairy farmers recycle, the land uses less water and keeps the soil healthy. Another way dairies reuse a manure byproduct is to turn it into compost, just like what your family might buy at a store to use in your garden. Dairy farmers also recycle water to clean their stalls and water their crops. Dairy cows love to be milked, they love the routine, and they are calm when being milked. The milk comes out of the cow at approximately 100 degrees. To keep the milk clean and safe, it's transported quickly through stainless steel pipes. The milk stays in the pipes, moving from the cow to the bulk tank until the truck picks it up. Human hands never touch the milk once it leaves the cow.
Then this tank here is for storage of the milk, and one of these tanks will fill the semi that you see driving down the road.
From the farm, the milk travels in an insulated truck to a processing plant. At the plant, milk is tested, homogenized, and pasteurized. The milk can also be made into other dairy foods like cheese or yogurt. The milk is put into gallon jugs, half-gallon cartons, or in 8-ounce cartons like those that we see at our school. The packages of milk are then put on a new truck to be delivered to your local grocery store or school.
Dairy farming is our way of life. It's our responsibility to take care of the land and the cows, and most importantly, the milk.
So that's what I learned about how the milk gets to our school. Our dairy farmers really do care.
Let's take a look at how the milk, cheese, and yogurt, all the dairy products, get from the farm to your fridge. The milk comes from dairy farms where farmers take care of their cows. The milk is tested for quality, then travels in a refrigerated truck from the farm to a creamery. There's the truck with the special container for the milk to keep it cold. Once at the dairy company, the milk is pasteurized, which means heated up, then cooled quickly. This destroys any germs and makes it safe to drink. The milk is then homogenized or mixed up to make it smooth and creamy. Milk is put into cartons or made into other dairy foods such as yogurt and cheese. Milk arrives at the grocery store or your school cafeteria quickly, just 2 days after it leaves the farm. A variety of milk and dairy foods help your body learn, play, and grow. Which dairy foods are your favorites? There are so many kinds and flavors of milk, yogurt, and cheese. Here are some of my favorites: cheese, ice cream, butter, frozen yogurt or regular yogurt, and I chose milk. 2 of these are considered extras. Can you guess which 2?
Class recap. Understand that food grows on an orchard, in a garden, or on a farm. California is the nation's top agricultural state and has been for more than 50 years. Identify how food goes from the farm to your table. Don't forget to check out your local farmers market. This lesson has been brought to you by the Dairy Council of California and adapted for online learning by Miss Ford.